Happy pre-Friday. Oh, it's Thursday. That means it's pre-Friday. Yes, happy pre-Friday. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I hope you're excited for the weekend. So I did a thing today, which I guess I'll just update you. Like I do this, I don't know, this is not new. So I went today and I got my lips, I got filler in my lips, which I normally just get a lip flip, which like just kind of helps your lips to not do the sad thing or whatever. So, hey guys, yeah, it's Friday Eve. But this time so I've been getting a lip flip for like 2 years, I guess. But now I did like lip filler. So still a little bit swollen. So they're not going to be like this big. But I just wanted something like, I told her, I said, I want it to be noticeable, but not like Kardashian. You know what I mean? So I was like, just a little. And I even told her, I said, not natural looking, because like, you know what I mean? So anyways, I went ahead and did the lip filler, which I really think is going to turn out really pretty once this swelling goes down. And I did Botox, which I do the Botox like probably for the last 3 or 4 years, I guess. And what I like to do with the Botox is I get some right here so that it kind of like lifts your brows. And the reason I do that is because like, they're not super low, but when I rest my face like this, sometimes these kind of droop. So by putting the Botox here, it just kind of lifts them a little bit. And then she put a little bit up here so that, oh, it's already working a little bit. Just to kind of chill these lines out a little bit, but mostly it was right here. So that'll kick in a few days. But I get these really bad headaches because I'll be looking at my phone and I'll be like editing a video and I'll try to like, and so before you know it, I have this huge headache because this furrowing. And so I'm hoping that will help. It usually does help my headaches when I do that, but I'm not going to pretend that I got Botox for headaches. I got Botox because I'm going to be 40 and I wanted to. So anyways, I was talking to one of my friends about the lip filler and the Botox, and I was like, oh, I'm really excited because I like the idea of the lip filler. Like, I'm just really excited. And so, oh my gosh, Katie, you have to tell me how it goes. I really want to know. Yeah, it didn't hurt that bad, but they put the numbing stuff on it too. Like it didn't hurt. It hurt way less than the lip flip by like a million. It was crazy. But anyway, so I was talking to one of my friends and she said, well, what are you going to tell your followers? How are you going to explain this? And I'm like, what do you mean? And I'm like, what are you going to tell your mom? Like, what excuse are you going to give? And I'm like, what am I going to tell them? I'm going to share it with them and I'm going to share my experience. And she's like, you're going to tell them? And I'm like, yeah, they're not my mama. Like, I'll do whatever I want, right? And so I was like, I said, oh, you guys, Avery Claire & Co. Hey, I'm so excited. I got so many clothes in their boutique. I can't wait to post the video because I'm so behind like on editing it, but I can't wait to see their clothes. Go check out their boutique. It's so pretty. Anyway, so I was like, what do you mean? What am I going to tell them? And I was like, I'm going to share my experience. And she's like, well, what if they don't like it? Or what if they disagree? Or what if they don't, whatever? And you know, what are they going to think? And I was like, literally what? Like, you know what I mean? Like if someone cares enough about what I'm doing and they have something negative to say about it, like those aren't haters, like those are fans. So stick around, I guess. But anyways, so the lip flip is where they kind of put like Botox in so it like relaxes the muscle in your lip so that your lip doesn't flip under. So it still has fullness even when they're like rested, but the filler actually plumps them a little bit. Anyways, so once this swelling goes down a little bit, then it'll look a lot better. But I got it in both my lips and I don't know, I'm really excited to see the results. And I'm excited to see it. It's fine. Yeah, Botox in your upper lip to flip it up. And when I rest my face, my lips automatically go down. And so I like having my lips fuller, and probably in a couple months I'll get the lip flip added. And I just think it's really pretty. I cannot drink out of a straw. I have to put the straw to like the side of my mouth. I don't like that. It's so funny. Thank you so much. Exactly. Like I don't care. I feel like women should do whatever they want. Like I am pro plastic surgery. Like I don't care. If it makes you feel good, freaking do it. And there's a lot of stories about like, what about the people who take it too far? That is none of my business. Like, if, oh, they're crazy in the head, like there's something wrong with them. Not my problem, not my business. I'm not their mama. It is not for me to judge. Like, that is something for them to do. Like, I am not going to take time to be like, this person's I'm very concerned for their mental health because they do so much plastic surgery. Like, girl, do what makes you feel good. And who cares what anybody says? Like, I don't care. And so like, if people don't like it, then I guess I can show them how to unfollow me if they don't know how. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what do you do? So anyways, I'm really excited, and every time I get like Botox and the lip stuff, like the lip flips before, I haven't bruised very much. It just feels like a little, like a dull kind of ache, but it's nothing bad. So really, really excited. Really excited for that. But she did put the numbing like all over my mouth, and it did feel like the dentist. And so every time I come home, like my freaking husband laughs at me so hard. It's so funny. Mother-daughter Botox and filler dates. Oh, I love that. That's so cool. I have no top lip without it. Yeah, I just love how it just, I don't know, like, just enhances little things. Do whatever the hell you want. I don't care. Like, what are they gonna do? Like, what, like, I don't know. Keep talking about me, I guess. It's just, I don't know. Like I said, you're not a hater, you're a fan. So you drool when you drink. No. Oh my God, that's so funny. She gave me a gauze, and she's like, just in case you start to like drool or in case you get some of the numbing in your mouth, just like dab it off with this gauze. And I had no problem. It was fine. Anyway, so I'm excited to actually like put on makeup and see how my lips look like with the makeup on. So I figured, why not do a makeup tutorial, because it's totally fun. So anyways, if you want to get a color match for this, just comment match. But so this is how I've been doing my makeup, and I kind of, every time I switch it up, I really like it. And then I switch it up again, and I'm like, oh, I like this way. And so I just like to show different ways that you can do your makeup. Oh my gosh, 2 weeks, really? I think the lip filler is like $600 or $700 for a syringe. And I used probably, I think 3/4 of a syringe. Oh, and then she put, yes, hyaluronic acid. She put a little bit right here in this like shadowed area. So whatever was left after she did my lips, excuse me, she put some here. So there's a shadow right here, which it's kind of gone away now. Like you can still see it a little bit. So whenever I take pictures and there's a shadow here, it makes it look like my chin goes like this and goes in, and then it makes these areas look puffy. And so by eliminating this shadow, it just kind of fills them in a little bit. Like the filler they use in your lips isn't filler that they would put like in your cheeks or your jaw, because it's a lot softer because it's your lips. So she just put a little bit here so that that shadow's eliminated, so that these like jowls don't look as full. So it just kind of, I don't know. So I used a full syringe, and then they did the Botox, which I think maybe she used Dysport. She used the Dysport, which I've done fine with Botox and Dysport. So it should last a while, but I'm excited for the headaches to go away, because even tonight I had a headache and I took some Tylenol, and the only thing that gets rid of my headaches is Tylenol with codeine, Lord Jesus. Tylenol with caffeine, and the caffeine makes me like this because I don't drink coffee. How painful is it? It's not that bad. Like she did put numbing on my lips, but right when she got to the middle, it was a little ouchies, but it's fine. Yeah, exactly. That's the lip flip. So anyways, this is how I've been doing my makeup. So this is the blush and bronzer brush, and this is a really easy way to kind of just apply your makeup super fast. And I want you to take note of my rosiness on my face, like kind of the red pink kind of tint. Oh, thanks, Marie. You're so sweet. That's what I told my friend too, and she's like, are you going to tell your followers that you got plastic surgery? And I'm like, first of all, freaking calm down. Like, not plastic surgery. Like, let's be real. I was like, yeah, I'm totally going to share with them. Like, it's fine. But anyways, y'all, it was freaking wild. When she said that, and I was like, I just don't know what's going, like, that's not really a thing. Anyways, anywho, so I'm excited to see this with the actual makeup. Yeah, it's nice to see so many of you love the Botox. I wonder how many ladies like get the Botox and filler and then they just don't tell anybody because they're afraid people will judge them. I'm like, judge me. You can judge me. I don't give a crap. Like, have fun, I guess. Like, you know, my family's healthy and happy. I'm healthy and happy, and I don't know. You can sit over there and be miserable, I guess. I'm gonna be having the time of my life. Anyway, so this makeup is really, really kind of color correcting, and it evens your skin tone. So this is just like a light sweep of my main foundation, like main highlight shade. And I just want to show you how it just kind of evens the skin tone without adding a layer of super heavy makeup. That's one thing that I love about this stuff. You make all of us feel energized. I'm so glad. I have a client who gets Botox but tells people she doesn't. Didn't tell my husband, had no clue my angry lines were gone. That's so funny. I hit my desk with the bruising. Oh my God. That's so funny. You hide it from your husband. My husband makes fun. Like, my husband likes me very, very natural. And I do too. Like, I'm not someone who would get like super crazy, like, you know, anything super crazy. But he really does, you know, he's like, he really does. He doesn't mind that, like, I wear makeup and that I get, like, lip filler and Botox. Like, he's like, if it makes you feel beautiful, I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? But if I cut my hair, like, I'd be sleeping on the couch the rest of my life. Okay, so I cheated and used a compact foundation today. And my husband said, "What's wrong with your makeup?" He said you look like a Muppet. Oh my gosh, that's great. Hey, Kaylin, I'll get that match over to you right away. So anyways, yeah, by the way, if you guys want a free color match for this, just comment match and I'll send you the link or whatever. Anyways, okay, so just a light dusting and see how it like took out all the pinkish kind of reddish tones. So you might not need a color corrector with this makeup, and it's still really light. Like, it's not anything super crazy heavy. You can still even see some of the pinkish, and you can build this up just a little bit and it's still not super heavy. So this makeup is really, really great for just evening the skin tone and just give you a balanced kind of look on your skin, and it's nothing that you're like mashing into your face and going crazy with. So that's my main highlight. So when you get a color match, this is the first color I'll match you to. The second color is, do you put a primer on your face? Sonia, yes, I use the, what is it called? The the e.l.f. Power Grip. I didn't start using this until recently, and it works really, really well. I also like the sprays, and the setting spray has the aloe in it. You could even use that as primer and setting spray, just whatever works for your skin. You can literally like try whatever you want, and whatever works for you, that's what you everybody's like, what primer should I use? And I'm like, your skin will tell you what you should use. But I can help guide you too. So let's not do contour next. The next color that I'm going to do in the order I color match. So I color match to a main shade first. Then I match to a complementary brightening highlight, or a, what do you call it? Like concealer. So the brightening highlight is a color that I kind of put right here in the center of the face and basically in the T-zone. And this brightening highlight does exactly that. So it brightens and just kind of adds a little bit of life and vibrancy to the T-zone to kind of bring out mostly your eyes. No, primer is not mandatory. Do what works for your skin. Some primers actually made me break out. Yeah, your face will let you know. Like, you'll see how it's sitting on your skin and how long your makeup lasts and if your makeup's breaking up and like all of that stuff. So I recommend trying it with primer and without primer and see how long it lasts on each one, or like how, you know, how it works for your skin or whatever. So this is where I apply the brightening highlight, literally straight down my face and then right here next to my nose. And then I do a little like pretend eye lift with my makeup. So you can see that like right here. I've been using this lately because a lot of my customers are like, I really like when you mention the goggles. Like I really relate to the goggles. It makes me remember. So whenever you use your brightening highlight, put it in your goggles, and then the contour goes outside of your goggles. So in your goggles is going to be the super brightest color because we want this area to pop. I use Saint without primer. Yeah, so the idea, so Saint doesn't have, this makeup doesn't have alcohol in it. It doesn't dry your skin out. And so it's actually made just to melt into your skin. It just mimics your skin. So like if I don't use a primer, it's fine. It works fine. I think the primer is mainly for like longevity or maybe if you're going to be sweating or something like that. But for the most part, this makeup should just melt right in. So that's the second color I match you to. So comment match if you want to get a free color match and then you can get whatever you want and build your own palette. So foundation, concealer, or a main highlight and a brightening highlight. And then contour, which everybody's terrified of, but this gray kind of ashy shadow, we just want to enhance that a little bit. And so I just kind of stamp that on a little bit there. So this is not something you have to be super heavy with, or if you're someone who likes a lot of contour, add more. Like this is customized to you and your makeup preferences, your makeup style, and you can use as much or as little as you want. It's totally buildable. All of this just melts into your skin and it all just kind of melts together to create this really beautiful, like 3-dimensional kind of look without adding a shit ton of layers. You know what I mean? I come up here on my hairline because I like it to look like my forehead's a little smaller. I also like to, no, you don't have to use the contour. So these palettes are customizable. So you only add what you want. So you add a foundation and a concealer and then skip the contour, add the brow, like literally whatever you want to do. But if you're someone you're like, I've always wanted a contour, but I don't know how, I recommend exploring with it, but I also recommend exploring with different colors that you might not normally wear, like different eyeshadows, because many of my customers have said, I usually don't do that. And then I'll make a video or something. They'll be like, okay, I want to try it. And then they try it like, I don't know, like a blush or an eyeshadow or contour like you're talking about. And they're like, oh my gosh, like this was really easy. And so if you want to try it, totally try it. But if you're just like, I just don't want to, then don't. But if you're interested in exploring, that's what I'm here to help with. So the biggest mistakes that I see women making when they first try this makeup is using too much. So we're trying to get like a whole bunch of makeup and like dig into it and put it all over our face, like slather it like we do a liquid. But you don't have to. This makeup, there's a reason these are little bitty. You need so little because they go such a long way. So when I first got this makeup, I was like, this is freaking stupid. I threw my palette away 3 times because I was like, this is too much. Like, this is so cakey and it looked muddy and it was wild. And then I was like, okay, there's no possible way I could use less. So I'll try it. So I did. And I was like, oh, like, it was crazy. Like, I was like, oh, like, that's not bad. So it was quite, it was like an epiphany. I was like, that's how little you have to use. And I had one customer who went through like all of her makeup in like 3 weeks. And I was like, how much are you using? And she goes, I was wondering why it was so cakey. And you always say that it's not cakey, but it was so cakey on me. And so when I was video chatting with her and I said, show me how you apply it. And she put on like half the 10. I was like, whoa, calm down, slow down, Turbo. It's fine. But then she was like, oh man, like now I get it. And it was just really cool. So it's interesting to see, like, it's easy after you do it a time or two, but at first it's like, does it transfer easily? No. So it's not like a super wet cream, like a wet, it's not like paint. Like it's like a dry cream, but it's like it has beeswax in it. So imagine like beeswax, which is really, really good for your skin and it really helps to hydrate your skin, but it doesn't, like, it's not going to rub. I mean, if you rub it, like it's going to come off just like any makeup, but it doesn't transfer. Like I always say, like, my son and I are always tickling. Like we have tickle fights and we're always horse playing and like I'll put him in a headlock. And so he's always like rubbing on me with his hair and his clothes and his face and whatever. And it never transfers. And I'm sure if I rubbed hard enough, it would, but it really doesn't. I lay on my husband's chest a lot too, and it doesn't transfer on his clothes. Took me months to get bronzer. Now I'm so glad I did. It is a subtle difference though. I saw some people stating it's not a cream makeup at all because of all the wax in it. I don't remember why it's called a cream when a lot of it is wax, but I think it's because of the cream consistency. I'm not really sure, but it does. Beeswax is a main ingredient. So there's 11 ingredients in this makeup. One of them is beeswax. Beeswax is really, really, really good for your skin. And it doesn't clog pores. It doesn't cause breakouts, and it's actually really healing for your skin and hydrates it really well. So even like mature ladies, if you're someone who has a lot of texture, lines, wrinkles, what you'll notice the more you use it is your skin is softer. It's more supple. Words are hard. It's more supple. And yes, a lot of my sensitive skin customers love it. I always say check with your doctor because I don't want anybody to sue me and be like, you said it was okay. But yes, a lot of my sensitive skin girls love it. I think because there are so few ingredients, but would you wear wax makeup? Right? We can't call it wax makeup. But no, I think there's you know what? I'm going to look that up because I remember reading something one time and I was like, oh, that makes sense. And now I don't remember. I have sensitive skin and it doesn't bother me at all. Yay! Thanks for sharing that. It's, but I think that like a lot of my customers that have like rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, they notice that it helps because there's no alcohols. There's nothing that's going to dry your skin out. And so that hydration is the main thing that most people are missing in their skin. Hydration is the one thing that will not cure, but fix a lot of issues with our skin. And so with the hydration, you'll notice a difference. Even when you take your makeup off, you'll notice a difference. Your skin will just over time be more and more supple. And I've been using this makeup for 2 years. And for the first, I think 3 weeks, I was going through breakouts like really often, even before I started using this makeup. And so for the first 3 weeks, I was like, I hope this doesn't make me break out more. But then I learned more about beeswax and how it's notorious for like not causing breakouts. And I learned more about the ingredients, stuff like that. But then after that, like I've never had another breakout. Every once in a while, you'll see me with a pimple. It's because it's my period time. But other than that, even my period breakouts are not bad at all. And I have really bad hormonal acne. And I always get it real bad here. And I have not had one single like acne breakout here since I started using this makeup. And it was really cool. Definitely need a color match. All makeup seems to soak into my beauty lines. Marie, so this makeup doesn't do that. So this makeup, because it's so hydrating, it just melts into your skin and you use very, very little. So it's not something that'll so when you put on the liquid foundation, right, it can't stay liquid. So it has alcohols in it so it can evaporate, right? So whenever that happens, you're left with just the pigment. And so the pigment doesn't move with your skin. It just sits there stagnant. And that's how it kind of settles in your lines and your wrinkles, pores, whatever. This makeup won't do that. It moves with your skin and it never sets or evaporates. So it's really, really good for your skin and it won't settle in those lines. My first viral video. So my very first viral video was I think on Facebook, the one where I did the video where it was it was a voiceover video and she said if the men find out we can shapeshift, they're going to tell the church. And then it was this makeup, this contour. I was just making fun of makeup. I was basically making fun of makeup or whatever. And it was pretty funny. But then once I started telling the PI stories, those didn't take off right away. That took several months. But once they did, then they all went viral at once. So, which is funny because I never believed in the PI stories. I was like, no one's going to care about this stupid stuff. Okay, so now I've contoured. So the very first thing I match you to is this color, which is the main highlight foundation color. So this is Mango that I'm using. The second color is the brightening highlight, which I use in my T-zone to brighten that area inside the goggles. And then the contour. And I'm pretty good at color matching. So when you send your picture, I can pretty much tell you what's going to be a great color combo for you. So if you want to get matched, just comment match and I'll send you the link to get matched. Anyway, so bronzer is next. And I like bronzer because I feel like it adds a little bit of pop. So I'll show you. So what I put, and you can see that when you put the color on your brush, it transfers from the pan to your brush without digging into it. So just, that's how much you need. Like, you don't dig into it. And then it transfers from your brush to your skin. So you really don't need a lot. And that's why a lot of people use a lot at first, because they, like, it seems like you need a lot, but you really don't. Saint has great brushes, but I'm never sure which one oh, so that's a good question. So when you're doing your makeup, think about light coverage or full coverage. If you want just a really light, soft coverage, nothing crazy, use a fluffy brush, like this one's the shape brush, or even the blend brush, which is longer, fluffier bristles. That's gonna give you a really light kind of, think light feathering of the makeup, but it'll still give you a light coverage and it'll still color correct and all of that stuff, but it's super, super, super light. The more dense you get with your brushes, like the less fluffy they get, the more full coverage that you're gonna get on your face. And so this is great for, like, if any of my clients have like mature skin and they have the texture, I'm gonna use a buff brush and press the makeup in those textured areas. And then anywhere else, I can do like a light sweeping. So the denser brush is going to be for full coverage. So think glam. And it's also for textured areas on the skin. And you don't have to use it for the full face, but like that's what the more dense brushes are used for. Yeah, I'm telling you, you get a lot of makeup. Like, it's crazy. And then so this brush that I'm using is the blush and bronzer brush. This one, this smaller end is a little bit more dense. But this is more medium coverage because it still has a little bit of fluff, but not really. This side is a super light. So if you want a super sheer coverage, you just kind of use the bristles to kind of lightly kind of sweep that around. I use this end, the medium coverage end, because you just kind of tap it in, and I prefer a little bit more of a, not a heavier look, but I like it to look like I'm wearing makeup. I just think that look is really pretty. So do what works for you. You can use a little, you can use a lot, but definitely try the different brushes. So that's why I like this brush, because you have a lot of the fluffiness. This brush, the 3D brush, this is the one that comes with the collections. And this is great for these little contoured areas. If you're using this for, you know, however you want to apply your makeup, this is medium coverage. And then these are my three absolute favorites. The detail brush, because it has a small, fluffier brush than this one. So still contours, just a little bit smaller. And then this one is super dense. So you can apply with this and blend with this if you want full coverage. This detail brush, the edges on this is great for drawing the lines for your contour and kind of like coming here on, you know, for your contour. So just whatever, smaller brush, smaller area, and then you start to get a feel for what brush, you know, really works for you. But one trick that I do is I squeeze my brush like this. So if I want it to be like this, I just squeeze the end of this brush and it kind of gives the same, little bit of the same density, and that's when I use it for stamping. So you can really manipulate the brushes however you want, but just think fluffy, moves around easily, sheer coverage, and then less fluffy is fuller coverage. So that's a good way to remember that. And then, so you can see that, like, even though I'm using all these different colors, it's not super cakey. Like, you can still see my skin. You can still see that I'm like a human being. You can still see that I have, like, you know, like texture. You can still see that I have like skin, right? Like, it's not covering up my skin like a complete, like, it doesn't look like you've painted on your face like some liquid foundations do. It just, like, because it's that pigment and everything else evaporates. Anyways, this gives you a really pretty youthful glow, especially if you have mature skin. That's, I think, the most popular question I get is, what about mature skin? Can I use this? If you have mature skin, or if you're over 30, you need to be wearing this makeup. The older you get, the more you need to be wearing this makeup. And you'll see when you use it, you'll be like, oh, well, I should have listened to her sooner. And you'll be like, damn it, why didn't I believe her? But it's true. So then same thing with my blush. You can see it just transfers on the tips of your bristles. Like, you really don't have to use a whole lot. How successful are the Saint artists working under you? They're doing really well, Allison. I have a team of about 400 ladies, And some of them choose not to work their business very much. Like they sell very little, and that's just how they want to do things. There's some artists who show up all the time and they do really well. So I like how everyone kind of works at their own pace and they kind of do their own thing. And then, of course, if they need something, or if they want to grow, like if they want to build a team or they want to, increase their sales, then that's when I always am here to help and say, hey, what are your goals? Let's talk about it. But what's weird is that I probably should not be a leader in direct sales, because first of all, I've never done direct sales. I've only done Saint, and even that was on accident because I'm a dumb. And I signed up not realizing what it was. And so whenever I did, I started selling the makeup, and I was like, my friends started wanting it. And I was like, you do? Like, it's a direct sales company, right? Like maybe don't do it. And they were like, no, I want some. And so I'm like, all right. And so then they liked it. And I was like, really? Okay. So then I was like, okay, maybe this is good. Like, my friends are liking it. They're approving. And these are people that I trust. Like, I trust their opinions. And they were like, no, this is pretty good. So my very first customer, she's one of my best friends of 20 years. And she's like, I don't like it. I don't like this makeup. And for the last 2 years, she has just bought the lip and cheek shades and some eyeshadows, but she didn't like the face makeup. She's like, I just don't like it. I'm not into it, whatever. Well, last weekend I went to her house because she's like, okay, I want to try this makeup again. And now she's obsessed with it. And so I think that's really cool. But now I know a little bit more about it. So I was able to, help teach her more things that I've learned over the last 2 years. So, but anyways, the team under me, I feel like I always tell them, maybe I have imposter syndrome, but I probably shouldn't be a leader in direct sales. I've only been here 2 years. And there's a lot of really good leaders in this company. I can't speak for other companies, but within Saint. And people are like, can I join your team? And I'm like, yes, but let me just let you know that there's a lot of really, really talented leaders here that have a lot to offer. They have a lot more experience. So if you want me to guide you in that direction, I would be happy to. But what's cool is that the more people that sign up under me, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm never going to push them. I'm never going to be like, where's your sales? Where's your recruit? It's never going to happen. I'm never going to be like, okay, team, let's get together. Hoorah. Let's, whatever. Unless they come to me and say, hey, can you kick my ass a little bit? Cause I'd love to learn how to be really good here. And then I'll offer more support. But usually I'm like, okay, you're good. Just let me know if you need anything, I guess. But I think that kind of leads to a little bit of their success because I just back off. I'm hands off. If you need something, come to me. Otherwise, I'm just going to sit here and just kind of let you enjoy whatever. But yeah, they're pretty, they're a pretty good group of girls. And what's cool is that they help each other. So we connect every other week. We have Zoom calls, and then there's different trainings that I tell my team about. I'm like, hey, there's a training from this leader. So if you want to catch it, here's the link, whatever. But nothing's ever forced. And, I just really feel in our Telegram thread, we have a group chat with all 400 of us, and we kind of talk amongst ourselves, and every day there's new girls that join, and someone will ask a question and someone else will answer it. And it just speaks to the culture at Saint and how beautiful these spirits are. And they're just everybody's just helping each other, and there's never one person who feels isolated. And I've had several events with my team, and to have so many of us in a room together, and nobody, all these, I've always been scared of girls because they make fun of me. They've made fun of me my whole life. And so I'm like, oh, I don't want to be around all these girls. But when we get together, they just, everybody's just so nice to you. And they're just so sweet to each other, and they're helpful to one another, and they're kind to one another. And they have made the best friendships. And I have the best friendships with my team. It's so cool. We know about each other's kids, and it's just really cool. I love the friendships here, and it's really neato Cheeto. And some of these women are, I need more friends. Yes, Tiffany, of course. There's just so much opportunity for growth. And for me personally, if you guys have followed anything about my story, I came from a very sad, lonely, depressed place. I was very sad, and I thought I was good because I was I'm a PI, I've got this career, I've been doing surveillance, which is really cool. I was good at it. And then like, I didn't realize how isolating and depressing that was. And so when I switched from that to like being surrounded by women who just freaking love you for as little or as much as you bring to the table, like they just love you. And it's really cool. It's a really cool place. What schooling did you complete? So in Florida, you don't have to do any particular schooling. There's like a 40-hour course that you have to take or pass or whatever. So it's a 40-hour course and you have to pass the test and then you can get your intern license. I have a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. And so that was what I chose to do, but you don't need one in Florida. But every state has different requirements. I'm using this rose gold illuminator. See how that looks like really intense and really shiny and crazy? But on the skin, it's really not. It just kind of catches the light in a really pretty glowy way. So don't be scared of the illuminator ever. It's really good. The illuminator's so pretty. And then for the contour, I guess I could contour my nose a little bit. let me use a smaller, I have a video that I want to post for nose contour. It's a cute little tricky trick. But basically for the contour for the nose, which, can I just buy makeup from you? Yeah. You don't have to sign no contract. You don't have to be on anybody's team. You can just buy makeup. It's just like a retail store. Like you just go in and buy the makeup you want. But yeah, I can color match you if you want. Comment the word match and I'll give you a free color match and then you can decide like what you want to buy. And then yeah, just go from there. I'm happy to help. I'm not someone who does like a lot of heavy like team recruiting, like join my team and all this stuff. Like I do just because the opportunity that I've seen and what it's done for my personal growth and my family and my financial situation. Like I see what it's done for me. And so I know the potential. But I'm not someone who's like really good at being like, hey, join my team. Can PIs do ride-alongs? Yes. I've had a lot of ride-alongs. Have you tried the e.l.f. illuminating primer? No, I haven't. But I like the Drunk Elephant glow. It's the glowing liquid stuff that goes on before your makeup. But also if you just use your illuminator and put it all over before your makeup, that looks really pretty also. Anyways, okay, contour, sorry. So this is the smudge brush. So the smudge brush has this small little dense end and I just put a little bit of contour, literally just this much. Like you don't have to dig into it, just tap. That's literally how much you need. And then you just kind of follow that super bright white line in the middle and you just kind of hug it really lightly with your contour. And then you just kind of hug that line. And you see how this white line is it's like an exclamation point? And that's just with the little bit of illuminator that I dusted on my nose. And because that's what it naturally did. And so I just use this contour just to kind of enhance that a little bit. See how it just kind of hugs it? It's a little bit of enhancement. And then if you want to, you can take your brightening highlight, like a super tiny amount like this, no digging. And you just kind of follow that natural line and it just kind of brightens. So what's happening is like the pushes and the pulls of the darks and the lights, right? So it's light and dark pushing and pulling. That's literally all makeup is. That's all Dimension does. It just pushes and pulls the lights and the darks. And then you have this really pretty finish. And then the last thing that I like to do, I don't recommend setting powder for everyone, like to put all over their face, because if you'll notice, this cream makeup has a really beautiful, kind of a youthful glow, but I do like it in my, my T-zone because I'll show you, it gives this really pretty, like blurred kind of finish. It's gorgeous. So I'm going to use the same brush that I've been using all night. And notice I've been using this brush for everything, and look, there's no transfer. It doesn't, like, the colors don't get all crazy. So yes, you can use one brush for your whole face if you want. And if you want to use more brushes, you totally can, but you don't have to, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So see how this setting powder kind of took away the shininess right there? And so this will kind of help to, so it adds another level of dimension, right? Because you have this really pretty shiny kind of glow, not shiny, just kind of glowy. The brushes. Well, a lot of people I think don't know about the brush. Like they're like, why are there so many brushes? What do the different brushes do? And it's interesting to kind of see like, oh, some people are like, I just don't like my makeup. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, what brush are you using? And then I'm like, oh, try this one. And they're like, oh, that's a big difference. So this setting powder, it kind of takes this glow and it kind of puts this matte look right here, right? So that difference of finish makes a difference. And then also it kind of brightens a little bit there. It adds like this blurring kind of finish that's just really pretty. And it doesn't add a lot of, there's no cakiness. Like it doesn't cake in your lines and all that stuff. So just by adding the powder right here in the T-zone, it controls the oil, sets your makeup. And then yeah, it's just a really pretty finish. Like it's not anything crazy. I like my makeup to be a little bit like you can notice that I'm wearing makeup, but if you want it much lighter, you can go lighter too. Like this is buildable makeup and it's totally customized to you. So your palette might not look like this. Your palette might be bigger or smaller or less colors or more colors or different eyeshadows or whatever. And that's just totally preference. You can have so much fun building your own palette. And I think that's why I love this makeup so much. Oh, thank you. Today was hair wash day. So it always looks good on hair wash day. But I have extensions, the 22-inch extensions. And so I noticed that my hair has been, it's blending a little bit better, which means that this part is like, my natural hair is getting more soft. And I've been using I use the acidic bonding concentrate, the Redken, and it's helping my hair grow a little bit. But also whenever I get out of the shower, I use the Drunk Elephant, the conditioning leave-in milk, and the tangle spray, which I don't have a lot of tangles, but it really helps make it like soft and really like manageable. And it's heat protectant, so I can blow dry. But I feel like those do really, really well. And then after I blow dry, immediately I use dry shampoo, which I don't know if that's against the rules or whatever. I don't care. So I use dry shampoo and I just kind of go here with dry shampoo. I go in here with dry shampoo in here. And then I use hair oil, which I have the Monat stuff. Somebody gave me some of this Monat hair oil. Another one that I really, really like is this Bumble and Bumble Bond Building Repair Oil Serum. And I put this in after I do my like blow drying, and I just kind of put it towards the ends so that my hair stays like really nice. And I noticed that combo is really working well. So these are not tape-ins. I had tape-ins. I didn't like them. So these are sew-ins. So I have 2 rows. Let's see if I can find them. I have 2 rows of the sew-ins, like the, what do you call them? Wefts or whatever. And so I have 2 rows of them, and they're just kind of like sewn in. Can you see them right there? And I just have 2 rows of those. They're so much more comfortable than I imagined they would be. They're very, very comfortable. They blend really nicely, and I really like the long, the long hair just makes me feel more confident, and I think it's really pretty. Like my, I know, right? My hair, I noticed, was after I lost weight, my hair was just not doing good. So, and a lot of people are like, don't do extensions. They're gonna tear your hair. They're gonna ruin your hair. And they just haven't. Like, they've built my confidence. And meanwhile, my hair is growing. And so this hair down here, like this is growing out. This is starting to get more healthy, even though I bleach it and blonde it, and it's doing really well. So no, it's interesting because when I brush my hair, it doesn't catch on them at all. So like when I brush, like I can brush really close to the scalp and it just doesn't catch them. Like you can feel it on them, but it just doesn't catch. See, like you can hear it kind of like doing that on them, but it doesn't catch or anything. And they don't come out, like they don't yank or pull, and it's just all the way across. So I have 2 rows all the way across. So from here to here and all the way across the back. And so it just looks really pretty, and I don't know. I like the extensions. I think they're worth it. If you want to like build your confidence, and mine was just like this hair was just very, very it just started to get thin towards the end, and I was just not happy with it. So the extensions give that volume, and I really like it. No, my extensions don't give me headaches. They, not at all. Like, I totally anticipated that. Like, I was like, they're gonna be itchy and weird, and I can't even feel them. Now I'm used to them, obviously, but even the first time I had them, I was like, this feels like nothing. And no, not at all. Like, they're just very comfortable. And even when you sleep, like when the first day you get them done, you can feel it really tight. But then like after that, the next day it's fine. And then, oh no, I make sure to sleep on a silk pillowcase. And yeah, it really is a confidence booster. One thing that I use is this. So this is a sleepy tie. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this, but it's like this lady invented, I can't remember her story, but she invented this thing. So like, I use it even with straight hair, but it's intended for like if you get a blowout or if you have, like usually I curl my hair and so it has those really pretty waves. So at nighttime, I flip my hair upside down and you wrap your hair, like when you put it up in a ponytail, and then you wrap it around this part, and then you take the scrunchie right here and you wrap it around. So on top of your head, you have this bun with all of your hair wrapped around this. And then when you take it out in the morning, your hair is really pretty. There's no like crinkles or wrinkles. There's no, what do you call it? Like dents, like indents where your ponytail was. And it's really, really cool. I wonder if I can do it real quick. Hold on. Let me see if I can, let me see if I don't mess this up. Hold on. So you take your hair. Hold on. I'm going to see if I can try this. Okay. Nobody make fun of me. Okay, so you put your hair up in a ponytail. And so here's how you do it. So you put all of these hairs right here. And then you put this part, like this, it's like a cushion. And it's like silky. It's called the sleepy tie. Go to, I think you have to get it on the website, sleepytie.com. I don't even think it's on Amazon. Okay. So you put your hair in like this, and then you take it, and I kind of twist it a little bit. I don't think you have to twist it. I don't know what the rules are, but do whatever you want. And then you like wrap it around, right? So, this way. I'm not used to doing this in the phone. So you do this, you wrap it around like this, and then you take the scrunchy part and you wrap it around everything like that. And so everything's up in this, there we go. So now I have all my hair wrapped around the silk, and you see my ends poking up. The silkiness helps it to like not break or whatever, and you can sleep. This is really comfortable because no one sleeps on like the top of their head, right? And so anyways, you wrap it around the thing, and like I said, you probably don't have to twist it. And then when you wake up in the morning, you just take it out, and your hair is just like, there's no creases or dents or anything, and it just comes out really pretty, and it's really, really cool. Well, this is a big one. So I have a large one because I have like the extensions. So this fits on those, but they have a really small one and a medium one. And this one's the large. So you can get a much smaller one. Yeah, you can section it too. Yes. So get a couple of small ones and just do maybe a bun back here and like 2 buns here or something. But it's really cool. And it's like a little cushiony thing in there. And then it's just silky. So your hair doesn't break or anything. And then I sleep on like a silk pillowcase, and so I'm trying to help my hair as much as possible. Thank you. Anyways, that's how you use the sleepy tie, which I really, really like. They're just really cute, and they have like black and different colors, but I guess it doesn't matter when you're sleeping. But yeah, that's how you do it. You wrap your hair around this thing, and then you take this thing and just like wrap it over the whole big giant thing, and then you have like this thing, and it's really, yeah, you can wash it. It doesn't, like, the inside is not fluffy like a pillow. It's like that. Do you know those bun maker? Hold on, I wonder if I have some. You know those bun maker things? Like they're in like the shape of a donut, and they have. I don't think I have any here. Hold on. Yeah, I don't think I have them in here. But anyways, it's like that. It looks like steel wool, but it's like, so it's not. It's not a cushion that's not going to dry. Like, I feel like it's not, it's just, I feel like it would, like, it's not going to, yeah, the bun donuts. Thank you. I can't talk. It's fine. Yes, ballerina buns. Thank you. And so anyways, it's like that material. So I feel like the water won't get like caught in, I feel like it'll dry nicely. So anyways, yeah, you can It's fine, but it's Sleepy Tie, and there's some knockoffs on Amazon, but I don't know. I just support her because it's a small business, and I just get it directly from the website. But yeah, like a meshy foam, but it's really, really cool, and I don't know, it just keeps your hair. And so you can use that, and if you don't have one of those, you can use the, what do you call these? Telephone cord. I hate every time I don't know what to call these. The telephone cord hair tie things. Anyways, these spirally things. And then you can twist your hair up in a bun and just like wrap this around it. And these do a really good job of not denting also. But I like the idea of like just having the silk so there's no like breakage and stuff. Teleties. Good Lord. I just do a braid on my side. Oh, that's another thing they say. They say if you have extensions to do like the braids, but they're so uncomfortable for me. And I'd rather put my hair up on the top of my head and be done with it. And then when I sleep on my silk pillowcase, so back here is like rubbing on my pillow or whatever, and I haven't had a lot of breakage back there. So I really like the silk pillowcase, and it's nice and cool too. Anyway, so now that you've seen, I don't know, I think the makeup looks nice. Like my lips don't look so, they're very puffy right now, but the swelling will go away soon. Oh, my lashes. I'm sorry. I forgot to answer that question earlier. So I use the Lashify lashes, and they're very, very comfortable. If you want a discount link for them, just comment like lashes or whatever. And I'll send you my discount link. I have a discount link for my lashes, my self tanner, and I think that's it. Like that's what so if you want a discount on those things, I have a discount on those. I don't know what else I have a discount on. Oh, I don't have a discount on it, but Cheryl, let me know if you get an automatic message for the lashes. And if you want the self tanner, comment pasty, pasty. I think I have automation set up. I don't know if they work, but we'll see. See if it automatically sends you that. If not, I'll send it to you after I get off here. But anyways, yeah. Okay, so the hula hoop thing, like where you shake your hips and like the thing goes around and it looks like a ball sack, that thing, it's like $25 on Amazon. You have to get one. Like my gut, like you can feel it in your core. And so tomorrow will be 4 weeks that I've been walking on my treadmill consistently, which I'm so proud of. But I also do the hula hoopy thing, and it is so fun. Like you do not feel like you're working out, and it was so fun. And especially when my husband's home and he's like working and I'm doing the ch next to him, and he's like, "Can you go away?" Like I'm trying to work. And I'm like, "Baby, do I annoy you?" And he's like, "Yeah, just like a wife should annoy her husband, I guess." Anyway, it's so funny. So I just oh, you did? How cool. What kind of dance did you teach? I used to do Zumba, but then my knees got really, really bad. And so now I can't do a lot. Like I was doing jujitsu and I tore my ACL. And so I had to have surgery on that. And now it's just my knees are garbage. So now I can't do a lot of that fun stuff. Okay, so now I've shown you this makeup. I want to show you these refresh wipes from Saint that you have to get. These have the makeup. These have the cleanser and toner and makeup remover in them, and this all the skincare. This stuff is really good. So the Saint skincare has it's milk based, so it has the. Oh, you're so sweet. Hi in Australia. Oh my gosh, Saint's gonna be coming to Kangaroo Town by the end of the year, I believe, and the UK. You have the hula hoop you have linked somewhere. Yeah, I'll send you the link so you can get the one that I have. It's like the perfect length. And then as you lose weight, you take a link off so that it sits good on your hips. And then if you feel it start kind of moving down your body, you take a link out and tighten it. And then you can kind of physically see how many inches you're losing. And it's really cool. So yeah, I'll send you the link for that. But anyway, so these refresh wipes, you guys, I didn't use these for a long time because I thought it was stupid. I thought it was a gimmick, and I don't do gimmicks. I thought I'm not selling skin white. It was stupid. But then when I started using them, I was like, okay, I get it now. But look, I want to show you how this makeup kind of cancels out that pink. You see the difference? It's really cool. And I like how it just adds that much more dimension. It's really pretty, and you don't have to use a lot of color correctors. And you can see, like, you can still see my texture. You can still see my lines. Like, nothing is going to cancel out those lines, but you'll see that they're not, like, they're not pronounced. There's nothing settling in them. Like, it's just, the makeup just kind of moves with your skin. And it's really pretty, in my opinion. Anyway, so get these makeup wipes. You'll freaking love them. I don't like the Saint Cleanser, but these have the cleanser in them. I just don't like the spray. Like, I don't like to spray my cleanser. Like, I want to be able to, like, squirt it like a gel. But the Saint Cleanser is very, like, not sudsy. I think it's because they don't have, like, sulfates or something like that. It doesn't have the ingredient that makes it suds, which, I don't know. I like the sudsing. But anyway, so this has the cleanser in it without having to worry about it sudsing. So these are really, really great, especially if you're lazy. And I always say, if you're lazy, keep these by your bed. And if you're too lazy to wash your face, then just reach over and grab these. So let's take off your spray tan. Yeah, anything when you're washing your face, like usually when you have your spray tan or like the self tanner, it'll start to eliminate your self tanner on your face. That's why the Pasty Girl tanner that I use, I'll send you the link for it if you want it, but they have an additional face thing so that before your makeup you kind of put it on, or you can mix it with like your moisturizer to keep the tan. But usually whenever you have a self tanner, usually you'll start to lose the self tan on your face. But it's really easy to kind of put it back with the face stuff, or you can use your bronzer or whatever. So that's why you'll notice a lot of times my face looks a little bit more like a little lighter than my neck, because that's where the oh, I got you, girl. Do you want to get a color match? Do you want me to send you color match info? Because I totally can. Anyway, so you just kind of wipe off your whole face with your wipe. It gets everything off, and these are really nice too. They're really thick, they're big, and I don't know, I just really like them. Anyway, I got my lips filled today, and I thought they would be like mega swollen, because when I got my lip, they were mega swollen, but these aren't so bad. So that'll go down a little bit. And then of course my Botox, which I don't think I was supposed to put makeup on tonight, but it's fine. Don't tell anybody. Anyways, so it's fine. It's fine. I'll probably be in trouble. It's fine. But anyway, so I got the Botox. And so if you have any questions about it, just message me and I can tell you a little bit more about my experience if you want to know. And if you live in Tampa near me, you have to go to this place that I went to. They're right by my house and they were really good. Like I didn't know that they were there, and I reached out to them because my place was gonna, like, they didn't have any availability for like over a month. And I was like, that's crazy. Like, that's insane. And so they happened to have an opening, and I was like, so I went in and saw them, and they were so good there. Like, I really liked the ladies there. I liked the girl that did my face, and they were just really knowledgeable and kind. It was a really clean place, and I really like it. So if you're in my area and you want to check them out, just let me know. I'll send you the info on them. She was a esthetician. What was her title? PAC? What is that called? Is it PAC? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Not sure. The girl, Crystal James that I see at Enhanced Healthcare in Plant City, the girl that I'm working with for my weight loss, she's a nurse practitioner, and she prescribes the weight loss shots, and she's the one that I see for all of that, and she's who I'm working with to help me with getting better control over my food and stuff like that. So, but what I'm noticing is that now that I've been able to kind of have a better grip on my food and deal with my food addiction, I guess, or my relationship with food, I'm starting to notice that now my habits are getting better. So that really makes me feel good knowing that I was able to find something to kind of help me during the time when I've just always struggled with my relationship with food. And so like her working with me and helping me on that has really been great. So if you want their information, if you're in Tampa or even if you're in Florida, I think they can do telehealth or whatever, and they can overnight your prescription to you. So if you want to talk to her about like weight loss or anything like that, even they do a lot of body stuff there. So like if you want to talk to her, but especially about weight loss, talk to her. If you're in Florida, totally go like to see her. She's really good. I think she's a PAC. Yeah, PAC. What does that stand for? Is that like a esthetician? Is it PAC? I don't know what it stands for. I guess I'm stupid because I don't even know. Anyway, so there's that. So how is she helping with weight loss other than medicine? So she has she lost a whole bunch of weight. And so she's been sharing with me like what works for her and what doesn't. And so when you go in and they weigh you physician assistant certified. Oh, maybe. So they put you on the scale and they weigh you. And so their scale has, which I think you can get these at home too, but they have a scale that tells you, okay, this is your weight. And with your weight, this is how much body fat you have and how many pounds you've lost, but you've gained this many pounds, but you've lost this much body fat and you've gained muscle here. And so they kind of help see, and based on where you're gaining and losing muscle, like the scale shows like you've gain like 10% muscle in your thighs and 10% muscle in your core or whatever. So they can tell where the muscle is, where the fat is, where you're losing fat, where you're gaining fat, where you're gaining whatever. And so with that, like she can tell you, like you need to up your protein and your water if you're not seeing this, or if you're the Whiting scale. Yes, I think I know which one you're talking about. But it's just really cool. And it's nice to have someone that she can just kind of, give you a little bit of guidance on that. And also the ladies there are so nice. Like I really enjoy working with them, and it makes me feel confident to know that there's like someone there that I can talk to that has been through it. And now she went through she was doing the weight loss shots too. And so she can tell me about her experience and what happened, like when she hit a plateau and how to break through it. And, not only is she experienced with it herself, but she sees patients every day who experience with it. And so she's been able to see like what works for most people and what doesn't. And they can help with like, oh, maybe try a different dose or a different pharmacy or different whatever. And so that's what I like about seeing her. And I feel really confident in her knowledge and her experience. And so yeah, she's pretty good. I really like going to her, and I feel really confident there. So, but anyway, so I'll keep you guys updated on the lip filler. I think it looks really pretty so far. The swelling will go down a lot, I'm sure. But so far I don't think it's that bad, and I don't think it's too like crazy. So I told her, I said, I don't want crazy, but I'll go back in 2 weeks. And she said she'll check my Botox and she'll check my lips and see if there's anything I need to like change, because we are going to, I'm going to LA the week after next to do the Dating Detectives live show. So if you're in the LA area and you want to go see the Dating Detectives live, the tickets are only $20, and I'm really excited. It's going to be our first live show, and we're coming up on a year of the podcast, and it's just going to be amazing. So you got it, Lacey. I will send those over to you as soon as I get off here. So anyways, I hope you guys have a good night. Thanks for joining me, and I will talk to you guys later. Happy pre-Friday. Love you. Bye.